First off, bro, god damn. For you that don't know that you've been hiding under a rock, Club Shay Shay. Shout out to my aunt Shannon Sharp. One of the most popular podcasts out here right now. He actually got two of them actually, but Club Shay Shay been around for a minute. The one with Ocho, he pretty much just started. But successes, brother, successes. For y'all that been paying attention, he has quite a few comedians on his show as of late. And the very last one he just had was Katt Williams that revealed a lot of things going on in Hollywood. Now, all these are accusations. No real solid proof. It's clips and stuff you can find for proof, but I'm going to let you find it on your own. But was Katt Williams saying true? At this point, I'm going to go ahead and lean into Katt. Don't really like nobody because he talked about everybody. A lot of this stuff we know, man, because Hollywood is a tough place. It's tough to get a job. Some people sell their soul, sell their morality just to make it. Some people don't. They decide to keep it a little G. Now, is what he's saying absolutely true? I have no idea whatsoever. But some of it does hold a little validity. Now, I will say this. Why did he come on Shannon's show and say all that? But I like if I was going to do the same thing and I'm going to put some people out, I would at least let it be a brother that, I hold a high regard. So he did say that. So that might be why he did all that on there, because it's basically going to help the show. Because the last time I looked, man, I think it's almost 3 million views or something to look at that show at this point, because he just told on everybody. Now, I'm going to tell you the only ugly thing I don't like about it, man. I don't really believe in hating on our own people. I don't. Now, if somebody's wrong, they wrong. You say it, you move on. But just grouping everybody together like that and just saying a bunch of things about people, whether true or untrue, I wouldn't necessarily handle it that way. But, that's just me. My issues I would probably handle one-on-one with you. I'm going to kind of come to you to your face. But, hey, for all I know, he already tried that. It didn't work, so he just decided to put everybody out there in the street because they lying. I mean, but at the same time, like I said, I really think that people, it's kind of like, how the false gods, man. You hold people in entertainment a little bit too high of an esteem, like they perfect or something. Like they don't do anything manipulative. I don't see that much of a difference, honestly, between somebody in entertainment or Hollywood or, any kind of celebrity, to be honest. I don't see that much of a difference between him and a politician. A politician pretty much lies to get what he wants. An actor, pretty much the same thing, because they're trying to get jobs, they're trying to get money. So I get it. It's a lot of people in Hollywood. For y'all that don't know, Taraji P coming out frustrated. Well, women in general frustrated, especially black women, about the scale of how much difference, like Monique said, in what people pay. So I get the spirit of what Katt Williams doing, because a lot of people are exposing people right now, showing you that there are little cliques in Hollywood. But let's just be real. We're going to speak on it for a second. Y'all go ahead and join me in the chat room. Go ahead and join me in the chat room. Let me know what you think. But let's speak on that for a second. Man, there have been cliques around since we've been in elementary. Let's just be real. We just named it something different. The cool kids, the thug kids was replaced by the cool kids or whatever. The clique that you hung with is pretty much the people that you clicked up with. So you tend to help the people that you clicked up with to, basically, keep everything in house, basically. Now, one reason I want to believe Katt Williams a little bit is from pimp to pimp. For you that don't know, pimps, or people that have a pimp's mentality, may I say, we really don't believe in lying. We don't. And the funny thing is, I adapted it without even knowing I adapted it. I just always been like that. But that's one thing about it, because you got to think about what a pimp is. I ain't saying Katt a real pimp, but he does have a pimp mentality. Same thing with Snoop. Same thing with anybody from that demeanor. They don't feel the reason to do anything manipulative to impress you, because you don't necessarily control their world. So I get the mentality, because I have the same type of mentality. So I'm not going to change or bend something to fit into people. Like I've always been like that, though. So maybe that's just a psychological thing that most, people that come from that type of world don't realize that we have. Because a lot of things he said I identify with, because I think exactly the same way. I don't lie because I don't feel the reason. I don't see the reasoning in lying. You lie in order to hide something, try to get away with something or something like that. But what matters to you don't matter necessarily to me, so I don't really see the reason for lying. Because I'm not necessarily trying to get the same thing you got. I'm not impressed or trying to have something you have. I want my own. So I don't really see the reason to lie. And, most guys lie because, honestly, let's just be real, they're trying to get some pussy. Pimps don't really have a lot of... That's the whole reason they're a pimp. They don't have a lot of trouble finding females. Even the female pimps I know, they don't have trouble finding, like if they go with girls, they don't have trouble finding a girl. They go with men, they don't have trouble finding men. That's where the terminology comes from. So the main reason a lot of people lie is basically to the opposite sex to get something they want from them. So the first priority to a pimp is, hell, he can easily get it. That's why he a pimp in the first place, so he don't feel like the need to lie. So I understand that concept. Now, is what he says is actually true if he actually lived that type of life? I don't know. For those that do, and the ones I knew and I've been out here in the game with, I get it. I get it, because I don't really know any from our world that do a lot of lying. You know what I mean? You got some people might lie on what they have, but that's about it. They don't, not too much, though. You know what I mean? Not like it's a way of manipulating to make somebody get something. They usually just pretty much give them the straight up real. Well, the successful ones anyway. Let's say that. The ones that ain't playing pimp, but they actually are pimping. Now, back to this. Man, I believe Katt talked about everybody in the industry. I can see the sweat coming out Shannon Sharp's brow, goddammit, when he talk about, I don't know if I'm going to get any more comedians on this show, or I hope I have a Club Shay Shay after this. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. There was some truth to that statement, because it went through his mind, because some of these people talking about are powerful people now. They are. But the one true thing that will all now, I don't know about his job on ESPN and all that, but as far as that podcast goes, now you can never stop that. There's no way powerful people can stop that, because he's doing it on his own. He got sponsors that you can't really hardly find out about like that. But you're doing it on a national scale, like ESPN that he on now. They let's be real, they can fuck that up. They can. Now, a lot of the stuff that he said, it has some validity, because the whole Steve Harvey thing, we've been hearing about that with him and Bernie Mac. The whole Kevin Hart thing, we've been hearing about that before. We know a lot of this stuff is engineered. That's why, here's one thing I always say about, like, say, rappers. We'll never know who the greatest rapper is. I can't remember who else said it. I think maybe Rakim and Karis once said that. We'll never know who it is, because it's a political thing in rap. It's entertainment, so it's always there too. A lot of these people they bring forth and they bring the spotlight to, because there's something different that they know can sell records. It's all about the money. So the actual best or most incredible rapper you've ever heard, that motherfucker might be from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? You'll never see him, because he may not be a marketable person or female. You know what I'm saying? So the chance that we will actually ever see that person, if they don't fit the status quo, they're not in one of those cliques, you'll never know. So I get where he's coming from in a lot of what he says. So y'all tell me this. Y'all tell me, do y'all agree? Go ahead and jump in that chat room. Let me know what's going on. What's on your mind? Because I'm going to tell you right this. It's about to start a lot of stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's gonna be there for a minute, then it's going to die down. But it do got a lot of people talking, a lot of people thinking about what's going on as far as how things work out and go. Because I will say this one last thing. Katt been out here now for a long time, and his shows still do sell out. And when you look at the numbers as far as like making money, people that he can get now, he's not a movie star anymore. He probably burnt that bridge and never will be again. But he's still making his bread now. They can't stop that, because there's some people that just like Katt Williams fans. I'm one of them. I mean, but I'm at the same time, when I say that, I'm not just only Katt Williams fan. I like Kevin Hart. It's some of the people he named I ain't finna name, because that I don't consider to be that funny, which I know a lot of us don't. And I get what he said about a lot of it, because they're really not that funny. In fact, let's be real about it. The Kings of Comedy, I didn't agree that all of them was Kings of Comedy. I ain't finna say no names. But two of them, no, I didn't understand how they were supposed to be Kings of Comedy. That's why I said stuff like that is marketing. It's a marketing to his wording. We just look at it as a name, but we all know two of them, to be honest, we never considered to be the high end of comedy at any point. There was never at an arc where you went, well, damn, that's King Comedy. It's like like for example, Kevin Hart announced, and they've been said it's a marketing tool, people got to understand, that he has the highest grossing movie to ever come out that's a comedy. Now, you heard him say that. Now, I'm sure somebody told him to say that because it's a marketing thing. But for those that actually can Google and look up the numbers, we know he isn't. Because guess who still holds that title? Eddie Murphy. Delirious. There has never been another movie that came out of the theaters that has outsold that movie. And that's in the 80s. So, don't get me wrong. To me, Kevin Hart is funny. He's hilarious. But his arc on the arc of Eddie Murphy, if you're going to, compare the two and say who's the king and who's not, it's definitely not. He's not on that type of arc. I mean, he's good, funny, love him, all that. But let's be real now. I get that part of what he's saying. If you're going to call somebody that, they need to actually have the background to do it. Because, to me, Katt has a little sting with what he says. He's like Charlie Wilson as far as when he talks. There is no type of demeanor to it of calm down to make you listen. It's like Dave Chappelle basically do the same thing, but he don't name names if you pay attention. He does exactly the same style of comedy that he's making you conscious of something. But Katt just names names. He's more of the shock and awe, like Charlie Wilson. Like he just throws it in your face. Flat out say names, say exactly what it is, something that people always probably talk about behind closed doors, but they never really going to say the names and say it out loud. So that's all the different thing he's doing, because I'm going to be honest, of all the people that he named, he really didn't name nobody that funny. Kevin Hart, I may be wrong, but I need to relook. But on top of my head, honestly, that was the only person I could think of that he named that I would look at as far as you could put them in the status of legendary, like Eddie Murphy or Richard Pryor's, Lenny Bruce, things like that. Comedians like that are actually going to leave a mark that even after they're gone, you're going to still be talking about them for 2 or 3 generations. They're like the Michael Jacksons of fucking comedy. So, I know that's where everybody aspires to be, but let's be real, they're not. And they tell these stories to get your attention, because people have to understand how entertainment goes. It has to be a marketing tool. Like for example, going back to rappers again, a marketing tool for 50 Cent was him to say he got shot 9 times. He didn't have to mention that. It was before his rap career really took off. But guarantee you somebody came to him and said, that's a good selling point to mention that and put that story out there. Now, 50 Cent, as far as I know, is true. But of course, for every true person like 50 Cent that actually says and that happened, it's some people that's lying. We all know that. I would hope don't nobody think that everybody's telling the truth about stuff like that, their struggles and how broke and poor they were and they were homeless and all that. I don't know why people think they got to tell stories like that to tell their story. They got to make it seem like they suffered a lot in order to make it. It's okay for you to, because I'm like, to me, I don't know if that helps your career. I don't see it. Maybe it does because it's marketing, but to me, I don't think so. Because if you're good at something, you may have been poor like every other person who was kind of poor and grew up, but you weren't homeless poor. You know what I'm saying? Like Eddie Murphy never said nothing like that. Eddie Murphy comes from a big family. And the same thing with the Wayans. The Wayans came from a large family, and you've never heard them say, oh, we was homeless and this and that. They're like, we was poor, like all black people was poor, but we didn't have everything, but our parents made do. And they came from a 2-family house. Eddie Murphy did too. So they didn't make their life seem suffering. I don't know why some people seem to need to do that in order to make their story sound more successful. You got to make it sound like you suffered a lot. Just say, we understand that you worked hard to get where you are. That's it. That's all you got to say. That's all you got to say. You don't have to add all that extra to it. You know what I mean? We understand it. You worked hard to get where you are. Cool. Good. We appreciate it, because we're not really interested as much in that as we are as the craft. You know what I'm saying? Because the moment your craft ain't hitting like that, I believe you no more going to remember who the hell you are. But, like I said, people, y'all go ahead and jump in the chat room right quick. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Leave some comments, like and share. And, good Lord. Can't left a mouthful. That's all I'm going to say about that. Understand me? He told some truths now, I believe, but goddamn, he had a little stank to it. But y'all, once again, let me know in that chat room what y'all think.
Welcome to King Kane's Palace of Pleasure, where we're here to fulfill your every sensual and sexual desire, using mind stimulation, taste, and sensation. I'm your guy, Murray. So sit back, baby, get some cognac, and let's take this ride.
It's time to let your mind unwind for a minute. Use this wine to just relax for a minute. And for them players out there that just need some peace, relax your mind with a cold glass of Hennessy. I am the one of the last left with lyrics this cold, so allow me relax your soul. That's right. So you can think of me as the guru of pimping, or think of me as salvational women. Or think of me in the simple ways that you do. Call me the one that do what your man won't do. And for the fellas out there that need a little relaxing, whether your job is just hard or your girl is just nagging, just relax your mind and let me take you on a trip. It's King Kane and Candy Girls, and I'm the captain of these ships. And so if you're feeling it, let me know that you're feeling. Let the music move your body, let my voice do the talking. As we proceed to give you what you need, welcome to King Kane's Pimp Palace, where every pleasurable desire is yours. I'm your host, King Kane, and you know we always do it. From now and forever, we will always keep it pimpin'. Catch it out. Hold on, don't forget why you came here. It's relaxing time, so no worries in here. With a little soft music and a subtle touch, relax the muscles in your back, you're tensing up too much. So relax your mind, you just pass the test. So in order to progress, let's release some stress. Hey Candy Girls, how you feeling?
We feeling alright, so put your hands in the air, you feeling good tonight.
If you feeling what they saying and you wanna see them shake it, hold up, bill up in the air, and they be sure to take it. If you're having heart problems, I make sure they don't do the things that they used to do. Before you start thinking and your mind gets creative, let's just say the things that they do's a little X-rated. Ladies, I ain't forgot about you. I got some wine that's ready and some chocolate covered strawberries. Not trying to take advantage, just loosen up for 1 minute. And it's not a good day unless King Kane's in it. Yes, it's the one and only King Kane. Welcome you to Pimp's Palace, bringing you everything that you need in sexual pleasure or whatever. We have Candy Girls over to the left, Candy Girls over to the right, so guaranteed to have a good night. They say pimping ain't easy, but it's necessary. That's why I have to do what I do. Listen to how I play it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the baddest cat in the world. Look here. We gonna keep everything